Peace
What it
and
do?
blessings, my people. What it
Everyone,
do? Okay. Welcome back to another episode. We're gonna jump right in it. BB, you already know
what's
what to
up?
do, boo.
All right, let's get right into that intro. What's up, everyone? I am BB Nicole.
Peace and blessings. It's your girl Trend, and welcome back to another episode of the Sucking Beauty Vault. That's right.
That is right. If it's your first time seeing my face or hearing my voice, I am the founder of DHG Pro University. I'm also salon owner at deluxehairgallery.co for the ones that don't know.
That's right, girlfriend. I'm Trend. I am the CEO of Totally Trend LLC. I am your co host here at the Beauty Vault podcast, as well as your co educator at DHG Pro University. You guys, welcome back. I'm so super grateful to have all of my people here breathing and experiencing another day of life with me. It's an honor.
Yes, it's super
Yes,
amazing.
yes, yes. Today's episode, as always, is sponsored by yours truly, DHG Pro University, as well as Makeup by Amani, our good friend, as well as a partner, Nicolette. We will be actually collabing with her really, really soon, so we're excited about that.
Yes. Yes, we are.
Let's go ahead and check in. BB,
What's up, boo?
I know we kind of talked a little bit earlier today, but how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I do hear a little bit of an echo. I don't know if it's me, but I am feeling good. Um, Today it's been I have gratitude. Every day is not gonna be a perfect day, but I'm happy. I'm alive. I'm well, looking good, feeling good, out here, making my goals a reality with my business bestie. I'm good. I can't complain. Family living good, happy. So that's how it is for me. What about you?
I totally feel you. Today was full of hustle and bustle. Today in Charlotte, North Carolina, it was the first day back to school for a
Hmm.
lot of you guys. So there was a lot of traffic, a lot of a lot of energy in the air today. Um, but I homeschool, so I was grateful to not be out in the hustle and bustle as far as like the school stuff goes.
Yeah.
I took my teenager out and got her first ID today. Homegirl
Mm.
is out here filling out applications and she trying to get to the bag. So Mama Bear had to do her due diligence and be out here in these lines for 3 and so hours to get the teenager stuff. But today was a successful day. And
Oh,
I am grateful as well.
well, I'm
We
still
are
hearing
here tonight
audio,
with
but I'm glad you're well. My phone overheated, I swear. Anyway, but you said you and Mazani were super busy today, hustling and bustling.
yes, the first we got back into regular schedule for homeschooling and we
Yeah.
went out and got a regular ID today. In North Carolina, girl, appointments aren't until 2025 and they don't accept general public until after 12. So we were in line for hours and
Oh
hours and hours. But we
wow,
did get the ID. We did get the ID. So it was
that's
definitely a
good.
successful day. And I'm glad to be ending the day off with the beauty vault on a positive note, on a bright note
Yeah.
here.
Well,
So that is a good thing.
I have to say, your niece. Sorry, guys, my camera will be back up shortly. Your niece is applying for a driver's permit. So that is something that we are going to be doing soon. She's going to be taking the written exam. So as far as these kids keeping us busy, I know all about that. That has been like my week. My all the kids in my house are super busy, so I can relate to the hustle and bustle. I'm not elevated like you yet to where I'm homeschooling and these kids are at home, but that's on the way. It's definitely on the way for me. I'm praying and
I'm happy
believing
to
for
hear that. You guys, you know that I am a advocate for homeschooling, but I will say that I do believe that it's not for everyone, but I do feel that if you are fine, if your schedule permits it, then do so.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like the community benefits from homeschooling. I feel like my teenager has benefited from it. And just overall, you have the control over the curriculum that you teach your children, how long you want their schooling to be. And you really have that sense of confidence of knowing, what your child is learning, what they're getting out of their day. We send our children to school for 8 hours out of the day every day, trusting someone else to educate them. And shout out to all of the teachers out there because
Yeah.
hmm,
They
it's
definitely
already
have a job.
we did geometry today, and that's a doozy. I couldn't imagine trying to teach 120 kids geometry every day. So my
Yeah.
hat definitely goes off to
They're
um,
the real
all of the
MVPs, and they're literally with our children as much as us. So they definitely like, I don't know, just undervalued. They don't get enough credit, I feel.
nah, for sure, for shizzle dizzle. But you guys did it, children. You guys have officially finished the first day of school in Charlotte, so that is a major accomplishment. On to better things, on to the most
Hmm.
important thing for the day, right? Let me stop. The Good Hair Festival, you guys. That's all we're talking about all September. We're getting ready for the outside event. It's going to be super duper dope. I cannot wait. I have actually contacted over 45 people today in reference to vending, and I will be
Yeah.
reaching back out and checking in and following up in 72 hours. Trend with the braids. Yes, guys, I am loving, loving this braid life. Getting up and just being able to do whatever I want to do. I'm BB today and you're Trend, but it's okay.
That is so
You
funny.
guys that are listening out there in social media world, or listening to the audio, our tag names have switched for some reason, but that's okay. Today's hot topic, we are talking about inventory. We're getting ready to teach our live demo classes on October the 1st, BB and I. And the last few weeks we've been talking about different things that we're doing to get ready for our class. So this week we're discussing inventory. So any entrepreneurs, business owners out there who are planning on being vendors at some of these events that are coming up, planning on being vendors at our event that we're doing October 1st. Let's talk about inventory.
Yes.
Let's get into the brands and the labeling.
Yes, let's do that. So, I mean, would you say that? I mean, I would say that for anyone that's like doing a vendor pop up or wants to be a part of a like taking your business to like a event, a pop up shop, any type of festival, any type of expo, I think it's really important like to consider inventory. And last week, me and Trent we discussed what did we discuss? Why am I having a brain fart? We discussed vendors. Oh my god, we discussed vendors, like be taking your business to vendor events. We discussed what to expect. We kind of talked to you guys about what we're doing at the upcoming Good Hair Festival. DU will be in the building. So we want to talk a little bit about this week the importance of inventory, because if you have a business, you definitely want to go to these shows and these expositions, and you want to make a, what's that P word we all like? Profit, right? So we want to get into the importance of inventory. I'll start by saying that whenever you're coming to an event, a vendor event, it is okay if you don't have anything to sell. But when you're putting your money into an event and you're investing in, different things and marketing for something that you're going to be a part of, the end goal is always to have like a return on your investment. So you want to think about things that you can sell at the event. Aside from yourself, you want to think about things that you can sell to get a return on the money that you're putting in, and the time that you're putting in and the risk you're taking. You want the risk to have some type of reward. The only reward, you don't want the sole reward to be simply meeting people. There needs to be a bottom line. There needs to be some money involved, because at the end of the day, we are all about that coin here at the Beauty Vault. Is that true?
We
That's
definitely
true.
are.
So, Trent, I would love for you to share with the people we haven't named, Beauty Vault pros, how important inventory is, and what you think the importance of inventory is.
In my opinion, I feel like inventory is definitely important. It's a way for people to remember who you are when they leave your event. I think of it like souvenirs. Inventories can be things like souvenirs or take home products, sample packets, things that maybe won't cost your business a lot of money. But could get a customer, a potential customer, to come back and purchase a product from you or retail from you. So I feel like inventory is important because not only does it give your brand exposure, but it also, just like you said, it gives you an opportunity to make more money outside of your services.
Yeah, it is. Me and you were talking earlier briefly about, like, we really wanted to come to this episode and give you guys like useful tips. And we were talking about and discussing amongst ourselves. We were talking about, like what inventory we would bring and why we would bring it. And we were getting into um thinking about what time of year it is. So having items like, for me, I have hair extensions and I have things like that. So I can bring things like hydration products, or I can bring lightweight extensions like clip-ins, something quick and easy for the summer, things like that. So you have to just kind of be strategically thinking, so to speak, when when you're thinking about inventory and what you want to bring to a pop-up shop or a hair expo or any type of festival where you're putting your brand in front of a lot of people. Think about like supply and demand. And that's not necessarily from the people that you're going to see, because a lot of times that's out of your control. But you can look at your own business and see, okay, what am I selling out of? Let me make sure I have some of that. But also, if my clients and whoever you're selling to, if they usually buy it all out, make sure you have like counter things. So do you have anything to add to that? What do you think about that, Trey?
No, definitely, like as far as your seasonal items,
Mhm.
thinking about whether it's going to be hot outside, cold outside, weather conditions.
Mhm.
For example, Starbucks, they're known for having their pumpkin spice around a certain season. Cookout, they
Yeah.
have their watermelon milkshake. McDonald's, they have their McRibs, right? Those are just different examples of seasonal items.
Mhm.
Um, for us as hairstylists, sometimes we might have some hats, or we have those oils, protective
Yes.
oils. I know for myself, we will be providing New Roots for You intense hair growth and thickening oil. So that
Yes.
will be the inventory. Maybe some combs, because I do locks, twisting combs, gel products, clips, capes, things of that sort. Supply and demand, like BB was saying, the things that your customers are requesting the most. Do rags, scarves,
Mhm.
bonnets, hair oils, edge controls, things like that are going to be things that you're going to want to make sure that you are supplying in your inventory for
Yes,
shizzle.
please do that. What would you say as far as like customer preference? Would you that ties into like what your clients are buying? Would you say?
Absolutely, just kind of like customer requests.
Gotcha.
Customer preferences, customer requests, like what specifically are your clients asking for? That's what I take from
That's
that. What
yeah.
do you?
Yeah, I feel I was just making sure I wasn't leaving that out, but I agree. I figured that with supply and demand. Um,
Yeah, pretty much.
I would like to mention like trends, like if there are any. I don't. Is it me? Let me hold on. It's a really bad echo, and I don't want it to deter people from coming in. Can you hear it, Trent? No, it's so bad. Anyway, we're gonna keep moving along. But as far as trends, like I'm gonna be there for hair extensions. I'm gonna be there for education. So right now, tape ins, things like that are trending. So I would definitely have some tape ins so people can at least see them or look at them. And also, like with hair extensions, like especially with the TDM hidden bead. microlinks that I'm teaching, we have different wefts. So there are different wefts that are trending. You have like hand tied weft extensions, you have genius weft hair extensions, you have machine made weft extensions. So if anybody is going to come and be a vendor at the event, and you have a hair extension brand, you definitely want to follow the trends, okay? And we can move right along. That's all I had to add on that. Spot the trends and make sure that you have something that will fall into that category. For the ones listening, they're gone. If you guys are playing this back, if this echo is aggravating y'all, like it's aggravating me, we're sorry. I hope it's not me, but I think it might be. That's what I'm not understanding. But moving on.
All right. So we're going to talk about stationery and tools. It's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, but we're going to explain it to them anyway. Because it's somebody
It's
that
pretty
don't know.
self-explanatory. As far as your stationery and your tools go, you want to make sure that you have your shelving together. What are you going to place your inventory on? How are you going to display your inventory? You're going to use glass? Are you going to use your shelf? What type of shelving are you going to use? And you're going to want to make sure that if you do have glass, that it's nice and clean, that it is aesthetically set up where it invites a customer to make them want to purchase or see what you have to offer. Making sure that your shelving is safe and it's accessible, where people can move around it, as well as access it. How do you feel about the shelving situation, BB?
Well, I agree. I definitely recommend that people if it's your first time doing a vendor event or exposition, to also get inspiration online so you can like look up different setups. But just like you said, having the shelving is really important. I think shelving should be a part of your display. And just like you can also maybe have like a theme for your area and for your stationery, and have like a theme for it to help you kind of like be on brand and really make a good impression, so to speak. But you pretty much said everything about the shelving because it is self-explanatory. So
Yeah. And as far as stationery goes, you may want to keep track of your inventory with logs or spreadsheets. I know that there are different softwares out there that can help to make keeping up with inventory or your logs very, very easy, so that you're able to track your levels, to see whether you're getting low or what you need, or maybe what you don't need to order again in the future.
yes.
So inventories are going to be very, very important when you're dealing with your inventory. Logs are going to be important when you're dealing with inventory. And your storage kind of goes along with your shelving. If you have oils, if you have product, you have food, you're going to want to make sure that certain things need temperature controlling, or like my oils, they're glass, so you want to make sure that as they're being transported, or consider like when you're storing in your shelving, if someone bumps it by accident, is your inventory more prone to kind of fall and break? So you want to take all of those things into consideration when you're preparing for your class: your shelving, your inventory logs, and your storage.
Yes, I think that's great advice. That's great. And I also want to touch on, as far as like inventory logs, it's important to have them simply because the next time you do a show or an event, you can have like a measurable tool to see what worked and what didn't. You get what I'm saying? So I think that's another important thing about having a log. So don't think, oh, I'm not going to bring one. Bring it, because you can see like the actual numbers, and then you can project the next time you're a part of an event. And so if you see that you sold out of everything, next time see exactly what you sold, and depending on the event size, make sure you got double or triple that. Okay, so that's
that's
another
great
tip.
advice.
Yeah,
Definitely. That's definitely great advice. And just being able to compare your numbers from the years prior to before, to see how you've done, see different things that you could implement or change, to have even more successful event or turnout in the future. So, guys, we are talking about inventory today. We're getting ready for the Good Hair Fest 2023. We reached out to the vendors, and we've got our classes going, and we're waiting on some more vendors to confirm. We already have quite a few vendors that have already joined our festival, so we're super excited, and we're getting everybody ready. We're helping everyone that's going to be a part of the show or any other event to prepare as we are preparing ourselves.
Yeah.
So we are talking about inventory, and now we're going to get into branding. I feel like that's like
It's
we've talked about
important.
branding so many times in this podcast. Like anyone who's
Redundant,
followed us or
yeah.
listened to quite a few of our shows, you know that we have touched on branding at least 6 or 7 times. Branding is so important when you are trying to showcase who you are, your sense of personality within your business. So as far as inventory goes, your branding attracts, it sets the expectation, it builds trust, and it differentiates you from others. It will make your booth stand out to other booths.
hmm Yeah, I think another thing, like have a just like we talked about like last week, like being a vendor at an event, like when you're deciding on an event that you want to be a part of, and when you're deciding if an event is worth your business coming to, you gotta also kind of include branding into like your marketing strategy for that day or your goal for that day. So have fun with your vending booth. Create a theme, create an attractive theme. It can be a color theme, or it can be a theme like in the jungle if your products are like natural and organic, and you can have like an organic theme. Just get creative. Don't come out there unless that's just all that you can do that. But if you have the means to invest in your brand and put a little more into your brand, get creative with the theme. You want people to look at you. This is the moment. You don't want to come to an event like this and be looked over and have like a uninviting like branding setup for a booth. So think of ways that you can make it fun. You can add games, you can add like drawings. There's so much that you can do. You can give away free things like candy, like water, like whatever. Get creative, make people come to your booth. Free things help people come to booths. So just get creative with your
Yeah, I think
things.
that's great advice. And you guys know, you can give away free things without it costing you a lot of money as
Yeah.
well. Knowledge is free. Just so just to let you know. So there are a lot of things that you can give away for free that will expand your brand, will get people to talking about what it is that you do, and then have them coming back for more. That's what
hmm
it's all about. So you guys, as we're preparing for the Good Hair Festival on October 1st, we're just letting you guys know some of the things that we are zoning into focusing on as we are preparing for our class. So
hmm
this week we are getting our inventory together. BB will have things for her microlink class, and I will have inventory for my lock class.
Yeah.
We are discussing how branding attracts, it sets the expectation, it builds the trust between the client and the service provider, and it really just sets you aside. I know one of the things that I am doing to brand, as well as BB, we are getting ready for an updated photo shoot. You guys, we have sealed, we have finalized, we have
Yeah.
locked in the deposit, we've locked in the date. So we have updated photo shoots coming. We have banners that we're getting created. We have colors, we have actual brand colors. The lock side of DU is an orange, a unique orange, as well as microlink side of DU is a unique red. It's customized red and it's a customized orange. So we are incorporating our colors in our photo shoot and in our branding. So everything, even the words, the font of our logo, the shape of our logo, how we present ourselves, how we set up our shelves, how we set up our tables, the manuals that we give, right? the headings that we put on our manuals, all of these things tie into play with our branding, and it's really going to help us to be set aside, set apart.
It
And
is.
that's exactly what we want. We want
Yes.
people to recognize us as educators. We want you guys to trust that when you see us in the building, that you're going to be getting knowledge that you can utilize and for yourself, for your family, and even be able to add income into your pockets to create wealth for yourself and your children.
Yeah. That's I mean, that's amazing. I mean, at the end of the day, like the biggest thing here is, the best thing to do is give like references. And when you see a brand that has invested in their flyers, they've invested in their marketing, they've invested in their imaging, they've invested, you're more likely to believe in that brand or give your time to that brand. Guys, success attracts people. So if your booth in your area just looks like you've put a lot of effort and time into what you're doing, you're going to get the people. So put that energy into it, put that money into it. Do the little extra thing that you wouldn't do. Just really put your all into your branding. You should do this every day. But, in the case that you can only afford to do this once every blue moon, do it when you're put in front of a lot of people. Do it when you're coming to some type of hair exposition or whatever type of vending event that you're attending. That is the time to put everything into what you're doing, because this is a first impression. These people don't know you. These people have never heard of you, most likely. So all they have is right now, in the moment, first impression. That's it. So if you're going to put money into something, put it into your branding, especially when you're taking your business on the road, out of your hometown, or around your hometown. Make a good first impression. That's it.
That's it. And that's what it's going to be.
That's what it's gonna be.
I love it. You guys, one thing I also love is the fact that when BB and I say we're going to do something, we do. And we said we was going to have a sweet show, short and sweet show today. And looking at the time, we are right on time. You guys have plenty of time to go back and watch. This live is only going to be 30 minutes. Very informative. It's short, sweet, straight to the point. And again, we're just grateful for you guys tuning in with us each and every week, man. It's definitely a blessing and an honor. We're on season 3.
And
We're on
that's
season
what
3
it
of this bad
is.
boy, okay?
Give it up for season 3. Hey.
Okay,
Give
we
it up
are
for
almost
season 3.
halfway
Hey.
through season 3, and you guys have no idea what we got cooking for you guys season 4. It's gonna be really dope.
They will
So
see.
last but not least, today we're talking about, once again, we're talking about inventory, and we're talking about branding and labeling of the inventory. We just got finished talking about branding, and now we're gonna get into the labels, labels of our branding, the labels of our inventory. BB.
I mean, yeah. I mean, and again, depending on what type of business you guys are taking on the road or taking to these hair expos and things like that, labeling is going to help you guys like categorize your brand. It's going to help you organize. It's going to help you give your customers clarity. Labels are also going to help your brand stand out, and it's going to be like one of your biggest marketing tools, because I always tell Trend, because I read in the book, the best marketer wins, right? I always
That's right.
You got to think about it. The hair industry is oversaturated. The food industry, it's oversaturated. Most of these industries are oversaturated. We don't need more churches. We don't need more fast food. We don't need none of these things, but they keep popping up, right? And some of them are successful and some of them are not. So my point is that if you're going to have a business and create a brand and start a business, especially a business that already exists, you have to put money into your labeling and your presentation. If you're selling bundles, you better get custom packages and everything, and have photo shoots and have video shoots and have campaigns, marketing campaigns. You want to do that for your brand. If you already have competition, you better make sure that you're winning in marketing. And that's not just talking. That's presentation. How are you presenting this to people? I'm not going to sell you a bottle of water like this without a label. This is basic bottle of water. Nobody wants that. But if I put my brand on it, put my flair on it, then it's like, okay, I want some of that DHG water. You know what I mean? Everything is visual. This is a basic mug. But once you put a brand and identity and do something that makes it unique, that is your selling point. Labeling is important. And don't get caught up to where you're selling things but you don't put it in a custom package. That makes no sense. Don't get to that point. When you're coming out here, get some custom stickers. Just little tweaks will make all the difference. Don't keep the regular packaging. Make it your own. How you feel about that?
I feel like I couldn't have said it no better than that. Labels help you to categorize, it helps you to organize and create customer clarity. Labels also help your businesses to brand, to track, stay in compliance with the laws and regulations.
That's true.
It deters you from theft and unauthorized handling, and it also serves as a marketing tool. That's what BB says. The best marketer wins.
That's true.
I love it.
I have a question because I don't have products, liquid products, hair products. It's not my thing. But is there anything that you can think of in terms of labeling that is important to be on these types of things? Because a lot of my stuff don't need certain labels on it. What do you recommend for people who are selling products to make their products stand out and make people want to buy them? Is there anything that you can think of that they should have on their labels?
I mean, just like the generic, just for the beauty industry, if it's something that's for the hair, maybe some type of hair follicle or something that reminds the person of hair. Certain words that make them think of the product that entices them to buy the product. As far as branding, maybe colors. I know certain colors attract. It invokes certain feelings. So maybe that is something that can be incorporated in branding and labeling, making sure that your labels are easy to read. The letters are clear. Maybe they're not too spaced together. If you have like a list of ingredients on your labels, making sure that you don't have maybe too many ingredients, or if you are listing all of the ingredients, making sure that the font isn't too small where it's hard to read, making sure that you're not using certain colors that are not easy to read. They're just different things that you could do on your labels. But I think most of all, let's say that it's a product like a leave-in conditioner. It may be something, maybe you want to use a certain sticker that is waterproof, I would say, just in case it gets wet. Those are just some of the...
Just making sure you have what you need on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking at my bottles.
Yeah, I mean, you named that's what I was thinking about. You naming.
Yeah, different things like that. Maybe your background. Just trying to think of some things that I look for when I am purchasing a product and I'm looking at the labels. What am I looking for? I definitely want to know what's in it.
Same.
Me or my body. I think I'd like to maybe I'd like to know where it comes from. If it's made in China, if it's made in Vietnam, if it's made here in the States. Like I said, when I'm reading things, I want the colors. I don't want distracting colors that make it kind of hard for me. I like things nice and clean and organized. Make it pop out, but be a minimalist at the same time.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Make it stand out, but not be too busy, which is hard for me because everything about me is like extra. Unicorns,
no, but you present it well.
No, in between.
You present it well, though. You present it well, truly.
Those are just a few things. I think the most important thing is just to let people know who you are, what it is that you're selling. If it's a hair product, make me think hair when I'm reading your labels, when I'm looking at your labels. Your barcodes. I didn't even think about that. Labels, maybe really you might want to have your barcodes on there to make it easy for you to track and keep up with. Because now we're in the generation where we scan everything.
Yeah,
So maybe you want to incorporate, where it's 2023, maybe you want to incorporate some QR codes on your labels.
that's smart. Oh
That
my
could
God,
lead
that's
them
so
to your
smart.
website.
Yeah,
That could
yeah.
lead them somewhere else. So get creative. Definitely be creative with your labeling. Think about the times that we're in.
And consider all
Maybe have,
that.
yeah. There's so many opportunities when you're dealing with your label, but yeah, I'm going on a rant.
No, you're fine, but it was great. It was it. I mean, I think the biggest takeaway, what we both agree is, if you are going to be a part of taking your brand to an event like the Good Hair Fest, which me and Trin will both be at October 1st, and just thinking about the inventory that you're bringing to the show. If you are a business that has retail, just consider the imaging of everything. I would definitely recommend that all the things on your table or your platform just be well labeled, beautifully labeled, nothing in stock packaging. Just make it look like you put some time and effort into it. Make your product stand out against everybody who's there, because there are going to be companies that just throw it on the table. Here, this is for sale, selling things just to make a dollar. Make it look like you've put money into this, you put thought into this, you put effort into designing these things. You're not just trying to make a quick buck, you invested. So just think about the imaging and the labeling and the overall presentation. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. And if
Okay.
you do need some help with that, there are programs and software out there, especially if you have an iPhone. There are so many apps out there that will really do it for you. I'm not one of those technical savvy people. I'm not even the type of person that even likes to put a lot of energy into, technical things. But if it's something that can be outsourced, do so. There are plenty of people who are passionate about these type of things, that can help you with your label, help you with creating your brand, coming up with logos, and helping you out with those things, even helping you to design. So if those are things that you feel like you need a little help with, ask.
Yeah, for
Definitely
sure.
just ask. Um,
I think that's
yeah.
great.
So I am pretty freaking happy. I do want to mention, just put it out there, that you guys get connected with us by go ahead and texting VAULT to 844-716-3052 and text yes, so you can get connected with us. We guys would love to keep you abreast on all of the knowledge and special events and tips, but just anything that's on our mind and we feel like you guys should know. We can reach you personally right on the text, right on our phones. My words aren't working anymore, you guys.
It's
It's time
okay.
for me to go into some self-care and tap it out. But I don't want to end it by without saying that I am super grateful for each and every one of you. I'm grateful for your talents. I'm grateful for your passions. I'm grateful for your gifts. I pray that your gifts and your talents bring you guys to the Good Hair Fest October the 1st. Come join us for our outside event, full of education, fun, music, entertainment, the best DJs in the world, the best educators in the world. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun out there for your whole family and for your children as well. So you guys going to want to make sure you come out. You guys going to want to make sure that you vend. Join us every week on Monday. As you can see, we came to you guys a little bit earlier today. We've been working on it. So we will
Hmm.
continue to come earlier than 9:30. Um,
I know
yeah.
we ended the show at 9:30.
I know we usually start at 9:30. Now we are getting out of here. So that's a blessing in itself.
It is. It feels right on
Everybody out
time.
there, great job at school today. Let's rock it out for another day and another day and another day. It's going to be a wonderful, success creating school year. Okay, my people. If
Yeah.
nobody told you today, I'm proud of you. You made it through. You chose to say yes. You chose to choose the positive side of the bed today. BB, I
Yes,
love you,
ma'am.
girl.
I love
I'm so
you.
grateful that you're my accountability partner and
Yes.
business partner and sister. And That's all I have to say about that.
Thank you, business bestie. I just want to, at the end of the day, I just want to say you are the reason we are making major moves right now. You've moved your feet. You've decided, oh no, we got to get this done. We're done talking about it. So you know what we're working on. You know what's coming up. And I appreciate you for just holding me to it because I usually retreat, but I needed that. We're trying to do new things to get new results. And I appreciate you. And I love
For
you.
sure. For
Okay.
sure, girl. I know if I was there, I know if when I'm not there, you got me, and that's how it's gonna
Yeah,
be. And if you guys do not
always.
have an accountability partner, if you don't have somebody that's motivating you and keeping you motivated, making sure that you're staying up on your goals, making sure that you're achieving your goals, and even helping you to reach those milestones, get you
Yes.
one of them. I'm blessed to have one. So
Yes.
love you guys. Peace, blessings,
Wow.
hot sauce. We
Stay
out.
dope.
Love